Welcome, everybody, to Movie Night. We are your hosts. This is Alex, and I'm Jackson, co-host.
What's up, guys? Co-hosts.
Yes, and we are excited to present to you Alita Battle Angel tonight. And wow, Alex, how did you feel about this movie?
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you know what this was before you saw the movie? Like, did you know the anime or anything?
Didn't even know it was an anime.
Me either.
Like,
I heard about it before that it was an anime, but I didn't know that like when I first saw the first trailer. But
yeah, and even the trailer really didn't tell me much about this movie.
oh yeah,
like I was very. I knew she had big eyes, and I thought they looked weird.
Yeah,
like that was my first impressions of the movie, because the trailer honestly didn't help out this movie very much. But
see, that's where I honestly I kind of disagree. Where
okay.
It's like I didn't know what it was, and you were totally in the majority of the eyes thing. It never. I think I told you this. It never bugged me because I was like, she's a robot. I was like, her eyes don't have. Mainly, everyone was talking about how her eyes didn't look realistic. And I'm like, well, yeah, she's a robot, but I like it because it's like a realistic way to portray the trope of big eyes in anime. So I don't know, but anyway, from the first trailer, I was like, what is this movie? This looks kind of cool.
Yeah, there was some super cool. Like there was a good fight point in the trailer, and that was the highlight of the trailer for me. Yeah. Seeing her eyes, I was kind of like, I don't know about this. I'm a very casual, passive anime fan at best. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not one of those guys who's going to know anything about this kind of thing going in. And I might even have possibly a negative bias going in, which I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. And my mind was blown, dude. First time I saw it.
That's awesome.
My mind is so good, dude.
Yeah.
It's so much better. Like, I saw critics giving it like 6, and like they would list like 20 positive things, 3 not so positive things, and give it a 6. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what is
your ratio?
It didn't make any sense. And then there was like some things going on with like her versus Captain Marvel, and like the timing of Alita.
That's weird.
Was a part. It's a conspiracy right now. I might talk about that later.
Okay.
But Alita is kind of not supposed to do well, and as of right now, it's at 400 million.
Okay.
Worldwide. So
that's decent for sure.
Yeah, considering the critics want to kill it, crush it, it looks like it's doing great in China, and it had kind of a little bit of a pickup over here because its word of mouth is just like people are talking about how cool this movie is.
It feels like one of the first. I really liked Ghost in the Shell.
Oh yeah.
I promise we'll get to the movie in a second. But I really like Ghost in the Shell. But I mean,
we might not though.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But like, I didn't see that more than once in theaters. I've already seen this twice.
Yeah,
we both have.
Right.
And but it seems like one of the most successful like things like this, like video game movie or anime kind of movie that people seem to be. I say that, you say the critics weren't crazy about it, but but I don't know. I went in not the opposite of you, but I went in like looking forward to it in the way I went into looking forward to Pacific Rim. I was like, I don't expect to care about the story. I don't expect to care about the characters. It just looks cool.
Right.
And it was better because the Pacific Rim story, I love Pacific Rim, but the story sucks. And I don't want to say that.
Woo! Shots
I think
fired.
The story's actually kind of cool with the nuke at the end. Anyway.
You're right. That is cool.
Anyway, to the movie.
Yeah, so let's jump into Alita, and I'd like to start. I think we both have agreed to start on maybe the problems, the things that critics do definitely have right, and like this movie's not a 10 out of 10, but it's I'll tell you at the end what I think. Yeah. But there are like what I found was that there was some pacing problems.
Yeah, and everyone seems to be saying that. So.
Yeah, and like just me, there's a lot crammed into this movie. And every single shot is kind of important and trying to tell you something about the world, and like, not telling anything, not giving anything away. But I found myself kind of like, what is that? What is that? And like, they didn't get to a lot of maybe the meat and potatoes of what maybe would have made this a better movie if there'd just been some more consistency, or maybe just not cram so much into one movie. But what do you think about all that?
I totally agree. I mean, I heard that before I went to the movie from like a podcast I listened to about it, where they were talking about how that it's a really good movie but not a great movie, and the only reason why they said that is because they, crammed too much into one movie. And it's just like, it definitely feels like you're just hitting the beats of the story, and it's like trying to rush along. That being said, though, I feel like how much is in the movie, they still get you to care about scenes and things that are happening. And even how much is crammed in it, there's still scenes that feel kind of slow, and I'll get to that in a bit. And I like that. I like the slow storytelling of it. But anyway,
no,
I agree.
I'm with you, and we're gonna definitely kind of expand a little bit on that. With in my opinion, there were some scenes that just weren't very valuable, or even like when he gets what they were talking about. So spoilers here, but one of the last scenes is where her love interest dies, and it's more funny.
It's true.
Dude, I laughed the first time.
I know, yeah.
So did my mom. Like it was kind of embarrassing, and it was obviously not supposed to be that. And so like that
oh my gosh.
I don't even know what to call that, but it was some scenes maybe like left the wrong impression. But I've got a good counter for that. Is if they're trying to be 1-to-1 with the manga, then maybe that's just the best they could interpret it for a Western audience. Like I've heard that they did a really, really good adaptation.
Same. Yeah, I heard that as well.
And I don't know that because I haven't read any of the manga or seen any anime.
Yeah.
But
I mean, no matter where you go, it's a lose-lose. Like, if you do it too close to the manga, you're like, well, why'd you do that? Why didn't you modernize it for modern audiences?
Right.
And then, like, if you do it not close enough to the manga, then it's like, well, no wonder it sucked because it wasn't like the manga. I don't know.
But and then maybe a little bit. This is kind of a James Cameron thing, but like maybe some writing errors. I know he wasn't the director. It's a guy named Robert Rodriguez.
Did Spy Kids.
And Machete Kills.
Oh yeah, I never saw that. You told me that, but I've never seen it.
I mean, what a range, though. You know what I mean? It's like going from Barney to like murder cops or something. It's just hilarious, but there was some lines not delivered great, and it was just I don't know. I didn't believe some of it. But what do you think about all that?
It's so interesting because so take. What's the doctor's name or the?
His name is Dr. Ito.
Dr. Ito. Okay. Mm-hmm. He he's awesome. I don't think there's any denying that actor is good no matter what he's in.
Yeah.
But his wife, Jennifer Connelly.
Oh yeah.
Like her character to me was just kind. Her character was probably the most character that I was like, I don't get you.
Yeah.
You don't make any sense. Like, get you. What is your goal? So again, spoilers. Like we're going to be spoiling everything possible about this movie.
Yeah.
But so their daughter died back in the day. And they had to come down here or down from what is it called? I always want to say
Zalum.
I always want to say Elysium because it's like the same idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
I actually have not seen Elysium.
Yeah, Elysium's really cool, but it's very predictable. Anyway, but like her character was just like you were like banished down here, and then your daughter died. So like now you just want to get back up there. It's like why do you want to? I didn't understand her motivations almost at all.
True.
I don't know if I'm answering your question.
You basically are. Yeah.
Like. And then also, Alita's so interesting to me because her motivations I don't really understand either, but I think it works still because she's so new to the world. She doesn't remember anything.
Right.
And like, I think she's just wanting to experience and learn what happened to her. And so that's why I feel like sometimes I'm like, well, what's your motivation? And she's like, well, she doesn't have a motivation.
Yeah, she doesn't. It's as much motivation like yelling at a baby. What's your motivation?
Exactly. Like her feet aren't planted in anything in life yet. She's looking for experiences and then looking for something to stand up for and believe in and fight for, which she finds in the end. So,
yes, true.
But again, I don't know if
I answered your question. I think it does. I think I'm following you. I'm going to do a little bit of a disagree because I do see Alita's motivations. Jennifer Connelly, she says, I just want to get to Zalem. But it's like, at the end, you say that there's nothing up there for me. So I'm like...
Oh, did she? Oh, I forgot about that.
Like, right at the end.
I guess maybe it's her... It could be her, like, getting... like artsy-fartsy with it. It could be her wanting to get back to the life she had, maybe, or like find something of worth up there because that's the happy life she had before her daughter got sick or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah, so, there you go. So those are our top problems that we found with it. That's the 60% Rotten Tomatoes score. It's also got a 93% audience score, which, to give you some perspective, that's The Dark Knight. So,
oh wow!
So that's what audiences are talking about. What we're about to talk about.
I'm sorry. Before you continue, I want to say one more con.
Go for it.
And it's the thing we always talk about. You kind of touched on it, where her boyfriend dude dies.
Uh-huh.
My only problem with that, I think that the scene where he like jumps, it's kind of cool to me in a way because it's like it's so sudden. It's kind of tragic, and then like I thought he was gonna live until. It dropped. The drop is the funny part.
Oh, yeah.
Because he falls through like this crappy looking clouds.
Yeah.
But my main problem with that is that the setup for that whole scene, it's like he gets a robot body and he's wanted. Mm-hmm. So then he just leaves. He just runs up there. I'm like, okay, so nobody ever decided to run up those courts and that'll work. Also, you're leaving Alita behind.
Yeah.
That it was not earned at all to me. It's like, what is your plan? Like, you're totally self-serving yourself right now. Like, where after like Alita saved your life at risk of her own because she wasn't supposed to protect you.
Yeah.
Because she was supposed to kill you because you were a criminal. It made no sense to me.
Exactly. In fact, Hugo, her love interest, is probably the weakest part of the story.
Yeah.
Even with that said, Alita sort of saves that because she's so awesome.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
Yeah, but that part is it's just kind of embarrassing. Okay, now he's just a head with a robot body. He's like, I won't do it, and like I just want to go make it to Zalem, and it's like, dude, why haven't you tried this before? Like that doesn't look impossible to climb. It looks hard,
right?
But it doesn't look impossible because there's like a rope attached to like buildings, and like Zalem is in the air, and everything else is below.
Yeah,
and so for him to like start running up this, and it's not a rope, it's like
it's like big cable, like tunnel pipe thing, like,
but it's like the size of like a street, like a big like highway, and so it looks like it'd be freaking hard to do. But these guys have like roller skates. I'm assuming they've got like
true.
I'm assuming they got helicopters. Like how do you not have helicopters?
Right.
Like we're talking about such advanced futuristic stuff that these guys don't even have the ability to just fly up there. Like, what's up with Zalem? I don't know. Let's go get a helicopter.
Right. A jetpack that you get at your local store.
Right? Like, no one's ever been there. Anyway, totally retarded, okay? Yeah. But I chalked it up to the anime and manga forgetting that. Because seriously, how's nobody seen freaking Zalem? It's ridiculous. Yeah. But Hugo is just kind of being a butt pirate right there. And,
whatever.
He gets what happens to him, which throws away the whole predictability crap. Because everyone's like, this movie's so predictable. It's like, dude, I didn't expect him to die.
Yeah, I really didn't.
He's gone. Like, he's dead.
Yeah. I think until he had like one strand left in his arm, I was like, I expect him to live. But
but he's dead. So
minor gripes.
Like, if that's it. Yeah, we spent some time on this, but trust me, we're getting into the good stuff. Because the best points of Alita far outweigh that. Remember the 93%. I couldn't pick my favorite thing, so I've got several, but we're going to start with the whole entire world of this story. Alex, how beautiful is the CGI?
Dude, like, everyone's been saying this, but like, I watched a review earlier, or part of a review earlier today, where he talked about that James Cameron and them I guess James Cameron has had the rights to this for a very long time.
Yes, early 90s.
And that's insane. And that he put it perfectly. He said that the work that they put in this movie and how long it took, it shows that they care. Like,
oh, I know.
And like, Alita is awesome. I want the people who I guess Guillermo del Toro had something to do with this, didn't he? As well. Am I imagining that?
I don't know. Hey, dude, if you've heard that, I haven't heard that.
He might have just produced as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Who knows?
But, okay, so Alex Rodriguez, right?
Yeah. It's something Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah. You're Alex.
Alex Rodriguez is like a baseball player way back in the day. I don't even care about baseball.
Spoilers, he's not in this? I don't know. I don't know.
But,
hey, man.
So, yeah, he directed it. And I want them to make like a CG Spider-Man movie.
Oh,
like
right.
the way she moves is like Spider-Man, and even the guy with the claws is like Doc Ock. Like there were so many scenes in this movie. I was like, this is totally a Spider-Man fight. Like,
right?
And oh man,
I just love
her this texture on her skin and her face.
Dude,
the only thing
1-to-1 almost. It was 1-to-1. How like she would blink and like she is. It's pure CGI. It's a green screen.
Yeah,
you can't tell. Like I could see Alita right here.
She looks like in a room,
and she looks like it's awesome.
The only thing that was a little bit like uncanny valley, or is what it's called, but is when she'd like smile and stuff. But I still chalk that up to she's a fake person.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to, like when she's like not smiling and just talking. I'm like, that looks like a person would talk. Like her mouth, like she puts that orange slice in her mouth and she like moves her lip, and I'm like, that looks so good. And then the orange too.
The chocolate light. Yeah. The orange is perfect CGI.
I just meant it looked like it tasted good.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the only time is when she would like laugh or something that definitely looked like unnatural.
Right.
But besides that, like, but again, she's not real. She's not a real person. That's okay that it looks that way.
Yeah.
I chalk that up to like, oh yeah, she's a cyborg. Like, or not a cyborg. Right. She's an android. Oh no, she has a brain. A human brain. So
she's a cyborg. She's well, we'll get to that a little later, I guess.
Okay.
What I loved, like, there's so much to this world, though. Like, every time they would kind of, like, zoom out and show you, like, Zalem looks really cool. It's got this, giant trash compactor, like, of stuff dropping to the floor. And it's like, oh, I hope they kind of visit that. Or, like, hey, there's the motorball arena. That looked awesome. Or even the characters walking around, like, so many of the characters, I don't know what happened to modern technology or modern medical advances, but I'm pretty sure you get a cut on your arm and they just rip your arm off.
I know, right? But everyone has a prosthetic. Like,
yeah. Like, I don't know what happened, but it could have been done so badly. And so many characters just look so cool. Like one of the characters who has a sword, his name is Zapan. It zooms in on his back, and his back just looks, there's like gears turning, and it just looks freaking sick. And whenever she gets in one fight with this girl with like two like blade hand things, and she kind of looks like a spider with a human face. But it looks metal. It just, the world is so cool. It's cyberpunk sci-fi. Most people like that anyway. It kind of looks like a Cowboy Bebop had a bunch of bunch of like robots and stuff. Like
I love Hugo's bike. Or other people have it too. But like it's like one wheel kind of like
and it like spins.
I always appreciate that in like sci-fi movies. Whenever it's like, yeah, you can make some sci-fi stuff look sci-fi. Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's unique. Like, and like in that one, I was like, I've never seen a bike like that. Like that's so cool,
right? And like Ito's weapon. I know you loved Ito's weapon.
Oh,
big like
rocket powered spike hammer.
Like dude, sweet man. And it was awesome when you think about it. It's all CGI. It's all green screen. The work they put into this, just the world. Is I
bet they had like a thing for him to hold. That was
like a styrofoam thing, like
some sort of like green painted stick or something.
Yeah,
but like you're saying, like the look of it is all like, oh, it's so cool.
It's so cool. The world is awesome. Like I want to visit it again.
Bounty hunters, and then there's guns are outlawed. I'm like, it's just little touches like that that's so like unique. Like it's not the norm. I feel like that you see in some sci-fi stuff. Like
that's maybe it's just because it was an anime manga. It's that. Well, like I don't think the people in the West could have thought of that. Let me put it that way. Yeah. Okay, like I'm just saying.
I always say that like anime is so much more regularly creative than like I mean it's bonkers usually. Like, and maybe not even the story usually. It's just the worlds they create is just like you're saying. Like nobody in the West would have. Nobody in the West would have come up with, I don't know, like Gurren Lagann or something. I don't know.
One Punch Man?
I don't know. One Punch
Man?
Oh.
No way, you know? But like, it's just so much of it. It's just stunning. It's beautiful. I love the world. I think if anyone will see this, they're going to just think it's amazing.
Yeah.
But let's move on to everyone's favorite part of this movie, surely the freaking fight scenes. Oh my gosh, Alex. Okay, I'll let you just go on.
Okay. Just on the you know what scene I'm talking about? It's when the spike rocket powered hammer is first introduced. So he's Dr.
Ito.
Golly, it's so hard for me to remember. I was going to say Echo or something, but Dr. Ito she's kind of, we don't need to go in the story. You if you're watching this, you probably can. But like, yeah, he's in the night lurking around, and like, it's so awesome. Like when he first goes, like,
and it like blows up the ground with its hit.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
that was so awesome. And then she kicks butt too.
Oh,
because he didn't know they were all going to be there. He probably would have died.
Yeah, he was toast, man. Because they were hunting
3v1.
him. Yeah,
and then she comes out of nowhere and it's like,
and she's unaware of what she can do at this point, and so she just kind of subconsciously jumps into it, and like Alita's hits are so brutal.
Her leg down that chops off that dude's arm. Oh my gosh, that was so awesome.
Oh, I know. And like, dude, the choreography, like, give this man an Oscar. Who did this stuff? Like, it would
seriously
just zoom in right on the part when she would like kick someone, and it would just like the sound would be just like, it would just be like boom, like a grenade just hit you in the face.
Yeah.
And like she would just smash the person to the wall. And yeah, she's tiny. They explain that with like this Panzer Koots like cyber fighting.
Krav Maga.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But dude, I want to learn it. Me and Alex are taking lessons. We're in this, man. Like she just flies around, she kicks ass, dude.
Oh, that's
There's
awesome.
nothing stopping this chick. And like there's one part where she like they're in a motorball arena.
Oh my gosh.
And you know it's going down. Like 12 people have been hired to kill her, basically. And dude, she gets the ball. And the very first thing she does is she like takes the ball, jumps on this dude, and this ball is pure steel, smashes his head down.
Well, that's the part that I'm thinking of. This is choreography, the awesome choreography. This was the most, in my opinion, creative little snippet of a scene where she's skating, turns around, starts skating backwards, put the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
And then she uses that momentum to flip her all the way, do a whole front flip and slam it on his head. Like,
yes.
I was just like, who came up with that? Like, who? It was just so unique to me.
Dude, it was awesome. And like during that also, like one guy tries to like, he does hit her. And so she's like rolling, stunning, all this thing. Well, she grabs onto this like pole that's jeering out. And it zooms in right in front of her and like, right behind her even, and it just shows her legs go right through this dude. And like she does like a backflip somersault thing. She catches the pole.
That's
boom!
Right. Yeah, that's
and just
right,
blasts. Oh, dude. She's so cool, man.
I wanted more motorball, man.
Me too. They should just call Alita Part 2 Motorball
Fights.
Like, dude, I would see the movie right now if that was in.
It's like a Quidditch Harry Potter movie.
Yes.
Just watch Motorball, Alita.
And even the bar fight scene is the first thing she does, like, the guy swings a sword, and she does this thing where she, like, catches him with her leather jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Spins around it, like, does this, like, cartwheel thing.
Yeah.
Grabs this. I'm not explaining it well.
It's well, like, even before that, like, the dude with the sword.
Yeah.
Like, grabs your throat or something.
Yeah. Oh.
And then she like whips underneath him and like, it was so awesome.
And it's not slow mo. It's like bam, 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 like fast.
Yeah.
Man, dude, the fight scenes alone, like you can be sold on the fight scenes alone.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I would just watch a movie just of that. So.
Dude. Yeah.
That bar scene.
I know. The bar scene was great. That's even before she got powered up too.
Right, yeah.
Like she's so kick ass, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Everything about the camera angles, the bar fight, like anyway, I'm hyping myself up just thinking about it all.
Yeah.
Moving on from the fight scenes, and they were spectacular. Like seriously, just jaw-dropping, amazing. Let's talk about Alita herself and her cast of characters. And Alita absolutely sells this movie, dude. She's like,
No question.
I went into the movie again, low expectations. I thought her eyes looked weird. I thought her eyes looked weird for about 10 minutes. You do get used to the eyes. Like, we do have to bring that up. You get used to it, and by probably an hour in, you're going to be absolutely 100% rooting for Alita. Like, what she does, she is such a great character. And there were so many ways they could have messed her up. Like, with it's so easy to mess up a character that's A, overpowered, which she is. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And B, she's also a memory, like, I forgot everything character, and like that's way easy to screw up too.
Yeah.
And like Rosa Salazar's who's Alita, and I just feel like I'm sorry. I'm just kind of gushing a little
Dude,
bit.
do
Let
it.
you.
This is your moment.
She just everything from like the little bite she takes of the orange, little moments like that, and her little moments with her dad Ito, which isn't really her dad, but like we'll kind of get into that later. Like she's just such a super lovable character. She's learning everything for the first time. It's so cute and adorable. She looks really cool. She can kick ass. I love Alita. She's so awesome. What do you think about all that, Alex?
Of course, dude. Like, I guess I did. I like I said, like going into the movie, I liked the look. I liked her character design. I just liked the look of the movie. I didn't go in expecting to like her character, and she just has that like youthful innocence, even though I guess she's around like 300 years old.
Yeah,
but and then like not only that, but she has just interesting stuff around her, like her backstory, like fighting on the moon. That scene was so awesome.
What?
Like, right? That is the one thing that if they make a sequel, I want more of. I want to see. Although I can't help but laugh at a robot, Michelle Rodriguez. From did you recognize her?
No.
From
I know who that is.
Yeah, like Fast and Furious and stuff. Like that's her trainer lady.
Oh
I was
god!
just like every time she come on, I was like, I'm sorry. Like I know you should be taken seriously as an actress and stuff, but like she's just angry and everything
all the
she's
time.
in.
She's always like, I'm a female army person, like
dumb.
I'm Vin Diesel with boobs.
Yeah, seriously. But, anyway,
I did not know that was. Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was her. But
with the mohawk and everything. God, dude, it couldn't be more ridiculous.
I don't remember.
There was like where they're flying around that little purple bubble.
Yeah.
It's just like that's the dragon.
Ender's Game kind
of. She's got a mohawk.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, all of that other stuff around that, like the moon fights and stuff, and like it's like why are they on the moon? Like I saw that and I'm like, what's happening? I want to know. Like I know that they talked about the fall and everything, but like. And then when they get to the ship, and it really quickly, I just want to say some of the shots in this movie are so cool. One thing I love about Pacific Rim is it like that movie feels like concept art come to life. Like, it's like when you see concept art, it looks so imaginative, and it looks like it's the idea is to give you a concept of the world,
right?
And like when she sinks down into the water and shows that view from behind her, and she starts walking towards the ship underwater, I'm like, that shot is awesome.
Oh, so true, man.
And
so good.
I don't know, but anyway, but yeah, like around her, the other story about her that just makes her an interesting character is like she just gets to that ship and she just knows what to do. Like that keypad comes up next to
her hand just,
and then like. And she gets the suit, and she knows to bring it with her. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know, like, I don't know. It's instinctual. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then besides that, her character is just, I don't know. I like that kind of like young Goku, wide-eyed wonder.
Yes.
But she has a good heart. Like
that's Alita.
I love it.
That is the great way to describe her. She is the Dragon Ball Goku.
Yeah.
Like that's who she is.
Yeah.
You know, and there's. You know, we're just kind of picking up where you left off. There's so much growth and potential for her because she does have that memory loss and she's regaining it. She doesn't really know why she's doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And like you were talking about how you didn't really like understand Alita's motivations.
Yeah.
Well, like there's one part where she's with Hugo, and you know, just to give you some credit for the love story, where she takes her heart out because she can't. She's a cyborg, but she literally like here it is and it's beating. And she goes like, I would do like anything for you. And like, she has two moments like that where it just made me like love the character. Cause I was like, dude, if a girlfriend like does that, that's who you keep, man. Like that's insane. Like she's like doing all this stuff for him because it's the first love. It's like that very first little romance you ever have. And like, I don't know, dude, she just steals it, man.
Right.
God, Alita's so great. But so is Ito. Like, Ito's awesome too, man. Like, their little father-daughter moments were like some of the best I've seen in a movie. Like,
there weren't even that many of them.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, granted, in context of that this movie has so much in it.
Yes.
There were plenty, but like, they made you believe that kind of father and daughter relationship, and they hadn't even known each other for very long.
I know. Like, how did they do that? That's such good acting. Ito was awesome.
And I'm so glad he's like not dead or something. I totally thought, again, you saying that people say this movie is predictable, and it's like, I thought he was gonna die. I thought that Hugo was, and then we were gonna fall in love.
Yeah, like that was gonna work. And anyway, I thought she was gonna make it to Zalem. Never did.
Yeah.
I thought she might kick Nova's ass once, and he runs away. Never even meets Nova really.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's
didn't expect his like kind of fluffy headed friend to get cut in half.
Oh, right.
I don't want to say afro because it's not quite an afro. It's like the. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like,
I forgot his name. I
don't remember his name either. But yeah, he just I was like, oh god.
Yeah, he's dead.
In the theater, I think I was like literally like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, he's dead. Yeah, Ito has this little father-daughter relationship. This is one more thing that Alita does that I just loved, is he builds her, like, before the motorball thing, he builds her roller skates, and you can, like, feel the gratitude that she says, like, oh, thanks, and, like, she does this huge smile, and she's blushing. She almost looks like she's about to cry. I'm just like, dude, you're the best. Like, and Ito's awesome. Like, I don't know, don't kill anybody, you know. Like, and I don't know. We can talk about that. She's actually not a Mary Sue. We've talked about how she just totally dominated everything. But Mary Sue's somebody who's basically unstoppable. Like Rey from the Star Wars series. Like, Alita loses bad. She was gonna die.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it. Like,
same.
I thought, she was gonna zip through his tentacle things and like just.
Yeah,
man,
dude, she lost.
But I love also in her character. I love that she still didn't give up. She's cut in half. She has one arm left.
One arm, and
she still like. I love that fight in her. He picks her up by her hair,
and she's still trying to punch him.
And then she does. I can't remember if she hits him or something, or he drops her, and then she catches herself on her arm.
Punches his arm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She falls on his arm,
and she catches herself in that. Like, again, the visual imagery there is so cool. Like she catches herself. Uses her strength to throw herself and punch through his eye.
Breaks her arm off. In his eye.
I didn't realize later in the scene where he's like super mad and throwing stuff around Jennifer Connelly and
Vincent or Victor.
I'm trying to think of his real name, but
I know
it's
the black dude,
Marshall Ali or something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that her arm was still in his eye. I thought it was like his eye socket or something. But the second time I watched it with you, I was like, "That's her arm. That's awesome.
That's her arm, bro." Yeah.
I don't know, dude. She's just so awesome.
Dude, she's insane. Just love it. And like in the Mary Sue tribe, a lot of people don't like Rey from, we're not here to talk about that, but a lot of people don't like how unstoppable she is, how she has zero training, that kind of stuff. Alita has lots of training. It's just in the past. She knows how to do all this stuff because it's subconsciously in her. She's been trained. She loses. She requires others to help her. Like, she was dead with Grishka. And, like, she can beat anyone's butt. But she has these character growth things. And, like, she takes full responsibility for Hugo's basically death because it was her fault. That was a huge moment for me with Alita, was when she's like, this is my fault. Like, he's in this state because of me, because she beat the crap out of Zapan and he goes after Hugo. So do you have anything you'd like to add about their character moments or little Ito things or anything you really liked about the characters? Or
I don't know, dude. I totally agree. Like she stole the show. Like her and Ito, I think too.
Yeah.
Like Hugo, he's fine. He's fine, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. She's just great.
Mm-hmm. Did you have some favorite moments or moments that had you smiling?
Oh man. You go and tell me yours and I'll think.
Okay. I did love the giving your heart to Hugo thing. Something about that, like, grown man, I was just like, dude, I would love to hear that. Like, I was like, that was such a moment for me because she's not even real. She's not human.
Right.
And that's such a human thing.
Well, I mean, her brain is, but that's it.
Yeah.
So she doesn't even have a heart, really.
Yeah. Like, we already talked about the skates. I will not stand by in the presence of evil. And she's like, that dog. It's so sad. The dog died and she picks up the blood and does that. And like, she just delivered this super corny speech. And everybody laughed at her. And then she kicks everyone's butt in the bar. And then that guy kills the dog right in front of her. And she just like dude, I've seen that in YouTube comments, and it's just, I will not stand by. The Presence of Evil is a great line.
That is so.
And
it's
I'm just
so good.
smiling.
It's
you
so
know?
like cheesy.
It
It's
is.
so like I don't know.
I know.
Real quick about that scene, there was a moment the first time I saw it where she walks up to the bar, and Hugo's with her, and she said, I thought I wasn't supposed to let anyone, whatever the line is, like tell me what to do or something, and then like the dog comes up, and I totally like for a split second thought she was just gonna punt it.
Oh yeah.
I thought I wasn't supposed to let anyone control me or something.
You're controlling me.
Oh gosh. But also in the dog, I love the line from that cyborg guy where he's like he wasn't a dog lover.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I hate that.
Because that's totally the way I feel. Like I'm just like whenever people like cringe away from dogs, I'm just like.
Right.
So I thought that line was so funny.
So true, man. So true.
Anyway, but
stand way back.
Yeah.
And
Gosh.
He wasn't a dog lover. Just that guy is just funny. I want some more of him in the next movie.
I know, right?
Like he was awesome.
Yeah,
but
other moments that made me smile. I'm trying to think. I mean, the whole bar scene too, and when she cuts the sword guy's face off.
Oh,
like,
right.
I was just like, that was awesome.
That was sick.
She seized her opportunity because he was, breaking their law or whatever.
Yeah.
And, oh man. I thought it was awesome.
Dude, that was awesome. The whole motorball arena whenever like the very first minute, whenever she's like skating for her life, essentially. Whenever she picks up the ball and bashes that fool, man, I was like, this is going to be so good.
So awesome. And I love it too that she doesn't have any gimmicks. She doesn't have the big blades that they're swinging around. She doesn't have the extension things.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
It's just Bruce Lee type shit. Just like
True, man. That's so true. Yeah. Like all she's doing is kicking the crap out of you harder than you ever could kick her. That's it. That's it. That's it, man. Whenever they're in she's playing motorball for the first time and like she just gets dominated by that dude.
Yeah.
And then they go back in and she like does some karate something on her. And like I thought he was dead. I was like, God, you killed him. But it was so awesome. When she double kicks the beer bottles. Oh, wasn't that so cool?
Dude, because it's like so I've grown up playing soccer, and not that I can always do it at all, but like when you get the volley, when the ball's in the air, and you can get the perfect kick, like it's kind of like it's that moment of like you're waiting for it, like because the beer bottle's like kind of floating for a second, and then they start the descent. It's like right when they start the descent is when you do it.
Oh yeah,
and like it was just felt so good. It's like seeing her like on a trampoline, like ready to. I don't know. It's just that it's like freeze. And then kick both bottles in their faces. Oh my gosh. I love it. Awesome. The choreography, again, it was so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She finally calls Ito father. I was like, that's
awesome. Right, yeah. When did she do that?
The very end. Okay. Whenever she's walking up to go fight all the gunner things.
Yes.
And she's like, thanks, father. And like that's the only time she called him father because she was resisting that. But it was like, dude, Ito was great. he's like watching her eat an orange. She just like bites into the whole thing. Oh my gosh,
her face too. Yeah, and I like his line. Like too, a lot of the lines too. They felt so natural. He's like, it's like the taste receptors are working. I thought that was good. Not
that there's such a thing as a healthy teenage girl's brain.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, dude. I keep going back to the motorball. All the motorball. God, I can't wait to buy the movie for the motorball.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, I want more. I want more motorball.
Yeah. The first fight, too, was just awesome. She just slams, freaking destroys that robot.
The chick?
Yeah.
Like face.
The face is in the wall.
Knee to the face.
Oh, yes.
Because the body falls and the head's not there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, man.
Dude. There's a lot, man.
And again, the character design is so cool. Like Gragabash, whatever that guy.
Grishka.
When he has the cloak on, and then he pulls it off, it just looks so cool. I actually think it looked cooler with the cloak on. But
I do too. Yeah. But he was pretty.
He still looks so
pretty
awesome.
gnarly, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's There's a lot. Like, I'm just smiling just thinking about it. But there's pretty much the final thing that I really, or one of the final things I really loved about this movie was there's a lot of mystery. A lot to this movie. You kind of touched on it already. With them fighting on the moon. Dude, that's who knows? If we don't get a second Alita movie, we're not going to know how that's going to look. Oh, gosh, I hope we do. Yeah, but her past life must have been crazy. Like, what was she doing on the freaking moon?
Yeah, like... Why is the fight... I'm assuming that's something to do with the fall.
Yeah.
Why is the fight there?
Why? Right?
Why?
Like, well, I got a theory. Okay. I think she's a Martian. Oh. Because the RNM...
Right.
It's like Republic didn't they say
that?
Mars.
Yeah, exactly. They did say that, yeah.
And like, he's like, yeah.
That ship was from there. She has to be.
That makes her a Martian.
She has to be.
She's a Martian.
That's a good point.
You know? But I don't know if that's true because I haven't read any of this Alita stuff. I'm sure it's already explained. Right, but like, dude, like what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is Alita? What? Crazy. You know? And what is Zalem? They said there was like 13 more sky cities. Like, why are they so important? And why did that one survive? I remember that. Yeah, they said the Great War.
Oh, before.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That there was 13 other ones. Zalem's the only one that survived. Nova's at least 300 years old too. Who's Nova? What's his? Yeah, they didn't even talk about him.
Well, Edward Norton, but
he's the Hulk, obviously. Right. So.
That when he had the glasses on, I totally thought it was Dana Carvey.
Oh yeah.
And then when he took them off, I was like, oh, I'm way off,
dude. Like he just suddenly becomes, or like he becomes the turtle guy. Oh, that would have been so awesome.
Anyway, but that was pretty interesting. Yeah. But I do tend to like in stories like Hunger Games or stuff like that where I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, but I like it where there's like the higher society that has their place. Like Elysium, the movie, that's the same exact thing as Alita, where it's like people living in and fighting for what they can. Yeah. And they want to get to Elysium.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always like that kind of trope.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool in this. So.
No,
but we don't know anything about Elysium. Or,
zero.
Zalem.
Yeah. We just know it's up there.
Yeah. And people want to get there.
Yes.
That's it. Anyway.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's cool, assuming that people who have lived there, which Ito's been there, he lived there with his daughter.
Yeah, and his wife.
Yeah. And they all have these little purple crystal things in their head. I don't know. I am very interested to know what goes on up there, why it's so cool.
Yeah.
But it's one great big mystery, and we need a sequel, man. We need a sequel.
Thank you, China. If we get a sequel, it's because of you.
Yeah. I'll never call you commies again. I'll buy your crappy wrenches for the rest of my life.
They have crappy wrenches?
Dude, everything made in China that's a tool is a piece of crap.
Interesting.
They won't last very long.
Well, it's because they're too busy using those tools to make everything else.
True that, man. And using all the plastic in the world. How's there any even plastic left?
I don't know, man.
China just... Anyway.
Our world is a mystery, too.
I was going for the... What's the Twilight Zone music? It went off my head. God. Okay. And I think that anybody, even if you don't like this movie, you can appreciate that there's a lot of love. Obviously, this movie was made with so much love and so much heart that okay, I keep comparing it to Star Wars. The very first, The Force Awakens, is obviously just a straight up rip-off of A New Hope.
Yeah.
And, they didn't give the characters the love, in my opinion, they deserved, like Han Solo and Luke.
See, I kind of disagree. I mean, I am not a Last Jedi fan. Mm-hmm. I came out of what's funny is I came out of the movie pretty hyped, but it was only because they surprised me, like with Snoke.
Oh, yeah. Snoke was cool.
So, but they killed him off. Like, I was just surprised. And then the more I thought about that movie, it went from me being like, that was awesome. And then the more I thought about it, I was just like, no, that was stupid.
Yeah.
That was stupid. But Force Awakens, I actually like Rey. I think she's cool. And I'm not promising I'm not getting into a Star Wars thing. But
same.
But the thing about her that I like is that she kind of reminds me of Alita, where it's kind of innocence. But to her, I know that people say that everything's too easy for her, but that's what I kind of like, that the Force is kind of like a talent, where it's not really. I know that it's more like a religion, really, but but that she was kind of a natural to it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of why I like her, kind of like why I like Alita, that she's natural. But like you said, she didn't have the training. All right, I'm done.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. All I was comparing it to was like The Force Awakens is maybe you can call it a cash grab. Maybe you could say that, hey, Star Wars fans are gonna.
It was too easy.
So easy. This movie, there's very little chance of it succeeding in the United States anyway.
Yeah.
And yet James Cameron spent 13 years.
Right.
With his studio.
He does it with everything.
I know, but
Avatar, he wanted to make for like how long? It was a long time. Like I want to say like
I think
10
it's
to 20 years.
I think it's 20 with Avatar. I'm not kidding.
Yes, I think it was. Because he wanted to make it for a really long time.
Yeah.
And he's going to probably make the next one in like 20 years.
Yeah, right. We're going to be old by the time Avatar 3 comes out.
Oh,
Cameron's going to be dead. It's going to be sad.
Yeah. But say what you will, dude. He knows, at least the movies he directs, he knows how to make blockbuster movies. Like and
beautiful worlds,
like
for sure.
Freaking Titanic was the most successful movie, and like this he didn't direct, but at least even with him not directing, it's still like this movie should not be doing this well.
Yeah,
I don't think. Like look at Ghost in the Shell. Like I think Ghost in the Shell looked awesome. Granted, not nearly on this level. It wasn't as unique as this, but
right.
Like, I really liked Ghost in the Shell. I thought the world was freaking awesome. It was like Blade Runner meets, I don't know, like, and that movie didn't do well at all.
Yeah.
At all. And I say it probably had just as much marketing, if not more.
Yeah.
That movie was everywhere. Trailers.
Right.
And this one, he wasn't even the director, and it seemed to be doing decent.
I mean, at least foreign market is helping it big time.
For sure.
But, I mean, again, like I saw this in the second time with you, and it stopped me because I was like, they didn't even have to do that at all. There's a guy. It's the time when she's playing motorball for the first time. Well, there's a guy in the background eating with like his family, and I just looked off in the distance, and he's got a metal arm, and it looks like it's working. Like there's like, and I'm just like, dude, like I wonder how much like those little touches,
background,
absolutely, like that guy had to be CGI'd, like, that thing had to be. There's so much of that in this movie. Like you can see Zalem like dropping pieces in the background of certain parts of the movie. Like everything just looks beautiful. The actors are trying like so hard to like capture the moments as best they can. You got an all-star cast. It really does. I mean, Edward Norton, whoever plays Ito. Jennifer Connelly, the guy who won an Oscar that played
Marshall Ali.
Yeah.
That played
like it's got a crazy cast, and like dude, they're great. Motorball's great. There's just a lot of love for it. And I love that when there's so many kind of soulless movies out nowadays that are cash grabs, like I don't know. That's something I just love about this movie.
Yeah.
I do. It's its own thing. But anyway, do you have anything you want to add with the cash grab part or love of it?
No, I mean, I feel you hit the nail on the head. I mean, this movie, I was looking forward to it. I was.
Yeah.
And it still surprised me. I was like, that was fun. Like, that movie was just fun. And like you said, it has a heartfelt moments. It kind of has a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Adventure, fun, fear. Like, I don't know, but...
Fear.
But,
fear.
Mystery. Like,
a lot of that.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Just the fact that I always say that Pirates of the Caribbean has everything.
It does.
It has a love story. It has adventure. It has fun. It has fear. It has horror, kind of like.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's why I kind of feel about
that's such a good comparison.
I mean, it's nothing like Pirates of the Caribbean.
No,
it has all those elements.
Like it gives you the same vibes and feels.
This movie has something for everybody. In my opinion. So.
Anyway, there you go. That I don't think you could say it any better. That's just really. It's that I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I've seen it twice in the theater. I didn't even do that with Avengers: Infinity War. That's like my favorite.
Oh really? Yeah, I think I
only
only saw that twice. In theater,
but it's really good. Cannot recommend this movie enough.
Yeah.
And I want it to do well, so go see it one more time.
Right. Yeah.
That's all I ask. Go see it one more time. I plan on seeing it possibly one more time in theaters.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Yeah.
But there was something I was going to say. I can't remember. Whatever.
Yeah, I think that's it. Movie night has
Movie night episode 1. We'll see if we do any more.
I hope we do, man.
The next one might be like, we could do Captain Marvel. I still haven't seen that.
I haven't seen Captain Marvel. We can do Captain Marvel night.
Yeah.
In fact, we should do it the day we see it.
That's a good idea. Go to
You
the
know,
movies and then come over
right
and do
back,
it. We
yeah.
can even set up before.
Yeah, like
Come
we can have
back
all
and-
this set up already, and then
Anyway.
go see Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Well, if you
do
stuck around, thanks for watching. 'Cause
Yes.
We don't really know what we're doing. We're
No.
just having fun.
I laughed a lot. I mean, Alex is my boy,
Right.
and I'm very happy that he came in and did this with me. And anyway, thank you so much, Alex.
No problem.
Movie night.
Alita 2, go see it so we get another one!
That's right. Or I'll come over to your house and I will hunt your puppy.
With the Krav Maga, whatever you call it. What did you call it?
Panzerkunst.
Panzerkunst. Man,
Yeah.
you remember all this.
I don't know why. It's one of the very few movies where I remember like most of it.
Yeah. Well, cool. Awesome.
Movie night done.
See you guys next time.
Y'all have a great night, guys.